So what does an astrologer do with a birth chart? Well, I'm just sitting at my desk where I usually look up birth charts. And so there's actually a chart on my screen. And so birth chart is basically a diagram of the sky at the moment you were born or the moment you might ask a question to an astrologer. And so what we're doing is we're taking this map of the sky, putting in this electronic software, basically putting the date, the time, the location, the exact details, and the software then generates a map of the sky at the time of an event or the time somebody was born. And what the astrologer is doing is seeing the sky from these 12 different dimensions. You could say 12 different constellations or 12 zodiac signs. And each zodiac sign has its own energy. Like Aries is very forceful, dynamic energy. Taurus is more stable, grounded energy. Gemini is more of a interactive, sort of communicative kind of energy. So we're seeing where are those energies relative to the rising sign, which I talked about in the first video, right? So depending on your rising sign, there's a particular sign that's there or constellation that's there. And then the rest of the sky has these different constellations all the way around the sky that then give different energies to different parts of the sky. And each part of the sky represents a different area of your life. So for instance, if Aries is a very dynamic, forceful, pushy energy, and it happens to rule this part of the sky that's overhead, that is your career house, the 10th house of career, then you're going to say, oh, the person has a very dynamic, pushy kind of nature when it comes to career. Oh, this is interesting. I have a black bird just sit outside my window right here staring at me, a crow. That's a great omen. So crow is connected to Saturn. Saturn is about detail. So I'm getting a communication from the universe that I need to be very detailed in what I talk about here. So yes, each sign has a very specific energy. Each star, zodiac constellation has very specific energy. An astrologer is mapping to see where those sign or constellation energies are influencing what part of the sky relative to when you were born. Then there's also the planets. Each planet has its own kind of energy. Aries is an energy of a constellation that is dynamic and pushing and aggressive. The ruler of Aries is Mars, but Mars as a planet, wherever it is in the chart, Mars has its own energy of willpower and strength and courage and getting things done. So we want to see, where is Mars located? Where is Jupiter located, the planet of wisdom? Where is Saturn located, the planet of discipline and focus and organization? So what an astrologer is doing is saying, okay, let me pull this map of the sky. Let me see what constellation is what location, and then what planet is in what location, within what sign, and influencing what area of life. So it sort of becomes a step-by-step look at saying, hey, here's your birth chart.